The next topic is macronutrient. Let us learn and understand the different types of nutrition. In this topic, we will learn about macronutrient. One of the main reason a child eat food is to get energy, energy to move, think, grow and to perform even the smallest of body function. Macronutrients. It is also known as energy yielding nutrient. It is needed in the child's body in large amount each day. Since macro means large, macronutrients are nutrients needed in large amount. It basically provides energy to the body. Thus, macronutrients are nutrients that provide calories or energy. It is a substance needed for growth, metabolism and for other body function. There are basically four types of macronutrients. The first one is carbohydrates, water, protein and fats. Each of these macronutrients provides calories. The amount of calories that each one provide varies. Carbohydrates provide 4 calories per gram, protein provides 4 calories per gram and fat provides 9 calories per gram. Water is often included here because we also need it in a relatively large amount, but it does not yield energy. This means that if we look at nutrition facts label of a product and it says that 12 gram of carbohydrate, 0 gram of fat and 0 gram of protein per serving, we should know that this food has about 48 calories per serving. That is 12 gram of carbohydrates is multiplied by 4 gram of calories. Each carbohydrates is equal to 48 calories. Now let us see where these macronutrients are found. Food contains a mixture of these macronutrients. However, many food contains mostly one of the four. Water is found in all foods, but the foods which contains the most water are low calories food like fruits and vegetable. Under carbohydrate, the food sources includes grains, potato, corns, sweet potato, fruits, milk, milk products and milk alternative. A small amount of carbohydrate is present in other vegetables. Under fat, the food sources includes oil, nuts, butter, margarine and bacon. Under protein, the food source includes lean meats and poultry, fish, soy, legumes which means beans, lentils and so on. Carbohydrates are an important part of a child's diet. The main job of carbohydrate is to produce energy. Carbohydrates, which mainly comes from vegetable, fruits and grains like wheat and rice, break down the child's body to form glucose, which works as a fuel for every little thing the body needs to do. Glucose needs some assistance from B vitamins mainly to become the energy the body uses. Thus, carbohydrate is one type of macronutrient. It includes sugar and starch. Carbohydrates are the main energy source of the body. They are chains of small simple sugar that are broken down and enter the body as glucose. Glucose is the essential for the body as it is the preferred source of the energy in a child's brain, heart and central nerve system. Carbohydrates are found in many foods. However, a child should stay away from sweet foods with excess sugar. Instead, opt for healthier options like fruits, vegetable, beans and nuts as well as whole grains. These foods also contain fibers. Fibers cannot be digested by a body. However, fiber aids a child's intestine in expelling waste and can help in lower cholesterol. Fiber belongs to the carbohydrate category but does not provide energy. It is another type of carbohydrate. It is a natural component of most whole or complex carbohydrate and is important part of the diet both adults and children's that is often overlooked. Fiber absorbs water and become bulky in the intestine. Now let us see why a fiber is important for a child. Fiber refers to certain types of carbohydrates that a body cannot digest. These carbohydrates pass through the intestinal tract intact and help to move waste out of the body. Diets that are low in fiber have been shown to cause problems such as constipation and to increase the risk of certain types of cancer such as colon cancer. Diets high in fiber, however, have been shown to decrease the risk of heart disease, obesity, and they help lower cholesterols. Food high in fiber includes fruits, vegetables, and whole grain products. Thus, it is important because it helps in supporting the process of elimination, that is the bowel motion. It helps in supporting the growth of food bacteria in the large bowl. It helps in balancing the blood sugar level, and also it slows the breakdown and absorption of carbohydrates into blood. Next, let us see why carbohydrate is important for a child. Carbohydrates in the form of starch and sugar are the macronutrients that a child needs in the largest amount. When eaten and broken down, carbohydrates provides the major source of energy to fuel a child's daily activities. It is recommended that carbohydrates should supply 45 to 65% of total daily energy needs. Thus, carbohydrate is important for a child because carbohydrate are main source of fuel in a child's body. Carbohydrates are easily used by the body for energy. All of the tissue and cell in child's body can be use glucose for energy. Carbohydrate is needed for central nerve system, the kidney, the brain, the muscle, including the heart to function properly. Carbohydrate can be stored in the muscles and liver and later used for energy. Carbohydrates are important for intestinal health and waste elimination. Carbohydrates are mainly found in starchy foods like grains and potato, fruits, milks, and yogurt. Other foods like vegetable, beans, nuts, seeds, and cottage cheese contains carbohydrates but in lesser amount. Now let us see the different sources of carbohydrates. We need to know where these carbohydrates has been found. Carbohydrates takes the form of sugar, starch, and fibers. The major source of carbohydrates are cereals, pulses, and potato, but also fruits and vegetables contain carbohydrates and even milk. Carbohydrates are found mostly in plant foods, that is, fruits, vegetables, and grain products. However, milk products do contain some carbohydrates. The amount of carbohydrates in food are measured in grams. That is, 1 gram of carbohydrate is equal to 4 calories. Now let us see the different types of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are mainly divided into two groups: simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. The two vary nutritionally and are broken down in different ways during digestion. Let us take a look at all the types of carbohydrates and their functions. The first one is simple carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates have a simple molecular structure and are made of one or two sugar molecules. Simple carbs can be digested very quickly due to their simple structure and tend to elevate the blood sugar quickly. On consumption, these sugars are directly absorbed in the blood in the form of glucose. Glucose provides instant energy as it reaches the different part of the body. Although these carbs provide quick energy, they need to be consumed in moderation to prevent rapid swings in blood sugar. They increase the storage of fats, which, if not burned or used up, can lead to obesity and other health issues. Refined sugar, diarrhea sugar, fruits, refined flours, etc. are all sources of simple sugar. They are also present in natural foods like fruits, vegetable milks, and other dairy products. In addition to these, honey, brown sugar, soft drinks, sweets, snacks, etc. are also rich source of simple sugars. The next one is complex carbohydrate. Complex carbohydrates are made up of long chains of sugar molecules. These take longer to break down into their elementary form and hence require more time for digestion compared to simple carbohydrate. These slow the breakdown process and thus supplies us with constant energy for a lower duration. Since these carbohydrates require more time for conversion, they are constantly used up by the body. Therefore, the sugar which is converted to fat is not stored in a large quantity, unlike simple carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrates are of two types. One is starch and the other one is diarrhea fiber. Starch is a form of carbohydrate that is made up of long, complex chain of simple sugar. Starch must be broken down through digestion before a body can use it as glucose source. The next is diarrhea fiber. These are indigested food that cannot be broken down into sugar. They are low in calories and help to carry out the digestion process smoothly. They also help regular blood glucose level as well as lower cholesterol level and promote a regular digestion and recreation of waste. Water is an important nutrition for every children. Water should be provided to a child as per day depending on their activity levels. Water serves as a carrier distributing nutrients to cells and removing waste through urines. It is also a compulsory agent in the regulation of body temperature and ionic balance of the blood. Water is completely essential for the body's metabolism and is also required for lubricant and shock absorber. Thus, water is a macronutrient that is required in large amount. It does not provide calories. It makes up approximately 60% of the healthy human body. Typically, the thirst mechanism is not a good sign to indicate when the body needs water. This mechanism is activated when dehydration has already occurred. Dehydration can lead to heat illness such as exhaustion and heat stroke because of the inability to sweat. It also can cause electrolyte imbalance and malfunction of the body systems. This can lead to decreases in energy and performance. Water might not always be considered a macronutrition, but it sure is an essential nutrition needed for all body function in large amount. That's all for today. Thank you.